Hi, my name is David Carrico, and welcome to this overview of updating the firmware for the Yongnuo YN-622N-TX. You'll need a couple of things to update the software or the firmware on this trigger. You'll need the trigger itself. You'll need a mini USB cable. You'll need a PC-compatible computer. Actually running a virtual machine on my Mac, so I do have a PC-compatible computer here. And then you'll need the latest version of the firmware on your computer from Yongnuo, as well as the updater software that they supply on their site. Now, in your manual for the 622N-TX, they do have the location of where you can download that software and the latest version of the firmware from. Unfortunately, in some versions of that manual, including mine, there was an error in that manual. And so I've put the URL in this video as well as in on my blog, so you can go there and download the latest version of the software. So in order to download the software, you go to their site, and they have a couple of different things on there. They have the manual itself in PDF form, which is very useful. You might want to put that on your tablet in case you have any questions on using the TX when you're out in the field. They do have the trigger update, the firmware update software, so you'll want to download that and install it onto your machine. And then they have the latest version of the firmware. And so you'll want to download that and put it into an easy to locate location on your machine as well. So once you're ready to actually perform the upgrade itself, so all you do is you take your USB cable, plug it into the side of the unit here, and plug that into your machine. You'll also want to turn this on in firmware update mode. And you do that by hitting the mode button and turning it on at the same time. And you'll notice that it comes up and it says YN-622 and then the version of the firmware that you have on your device itself. And so you'll see that I already have 1.05 on here, which is the latest version as of making this video, but I'm just going to basically update it once again as an example. But that allows you to see, if you really need to upgrade or not. So once you have that on in update mode, you go to your machine and you actually go ahead and open the, go to the start menu, open the Yongnuo software folder. You'll see a Yongnuo trigger updater folder, and there's a Yongnuo trigger updater piece of software there, and so you just click on that to open it up. Once you have it open, it's very easy to use. It's a very basic piece of software. You hit browse on there, and you browse to the location on your computer that you've downloaded the latest version of the firmware into, and you select that that latest version of the firmware. Once you've done that, you can hit the update button on your computer, and once you've hit that update button, it basically just takes you through a percentage complete status of your upgrade. And then once it's done, it'll basically show complete, and your device itself will go back into its normal operating mode, so it'll cancel out of its firmware upgrade mode. And then just to verify that it's upgraded correctly, you can hit the mode button and turn it on in update mode again, just to verify that that version successfully uploaded onto your device. And then on your computer itself, you can just cancel out of the update software. So fairly simple process, but it's very useful to be able to upgrade the firmware. Yongnuo, fixes bugs, as well as periodically comes out with new features within the device itself. So so very useful to check that every once in a while to see if they have a new version and to go ahead and upgrade your firmware. Hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, put those in the comments section, and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you.